Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today on the hit list I've got several stumps to do, like 10 large stumps, and the problem is rocks. There's several in the back here. There's a propane tank by one. I'm going to try to do my best on it, and I'm not sure. I assume that it runs straight out. I can see it coming in the house, so I don't think this will be an issue, but you know, I'm going to grind this one probably just flush with the ground. And then I've got the rest out here. I got several of them to do, and then he wants me to hit a couple of these dead ones. But this one right here, yeah, I thought I could be done with this, and I drove about an hour out of the way. I mean, this is another, I'm getting these bigger jaws, but they're distances away from my house, but good size. They're all good sized trees. They're all, tree stumps. But the problem I'm going to run into is that rock. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grind the ones around the rocks first, and then I'm going to probably put some new teeth on the stump grinder. Look at these big boys. I mean, this one's a good size too, man. I mean, and there's one right there, which that wouldn't be hard to grind. But here's the and then I got windows right here. No utilities or nothing. The electric's overhead. The gas goes out to the front. I didn't see no gas meter, so. All right, well, let me get started on this, because I got here a little bit late in the afternoon, and this is going to take me a good while. I think he's going to try to grow grass, because there's too much gravel right here. So I imagine they're just going to probably put gravel over the top of that. All right, let's go and hit this tree right here. It looks like another oak, which it grinds out real good. right, I'm getting this loving feeling that I should do stop what I'm doing because I'm grinding. Because if that wheel catches that, because it's got dual teeth, and comes into that tank, I got a feeling that I'll be on the nightly news. And I don't want to be on the nightly news of how this idiot died. Well, he was grinding a stump close to the propane tank. His butt blew up. So I'm fixing to, I just call and tell him, say, hey man, this is the best I could do on that one. All right, let's move over to, I guess, this one real quick, and then I'll hit that one. Hey guys, the ones that grind stumps, do you agree with that, or what do you think on that one? What would you have did on grinding that kind of stump? Got that one knocked out. Now it's time to do this, another one that has rocks and stuff. And this is a white oak. Alright, this white oak is grinding out really good today. And today's Saturday, by the way. I don't know. Another piece of metal. We finally got some cooler weather today. I gotta keep going around. guys, I got that done on that one. I got another white oak. It looks like another red oak and one more white oak. Well, actually 4 more stumps and this job will be done. I've been having problems out of the stump grinder running hot because it's the weather, warmer weather. They got an ice cream truck next door. I wish they'd come outside because I'd go over and buy some. Alright, the problem I got with this, I should come down here and then eat into the stump. Because if I start at the top, it'll be going down flush like that side. So I need to really come in on this side. Eat my way inside the stump. one I got, and my camera's probably gonna die. I say that I missed this one. Ah, dang it. Oh, this job won't never end, I guess. Last stump, and I'm done with this job. I'm fixing to load it up and head to the house. Today's Saturday, like I said, and yeah, it's already just a little bit after lunchtime. So this took me, I would say this took me, I got here around 10 o'clock, 10:30. So I'd say 2 hours on these stumps. So it ain't too bad. It ain't too bad for the money wise, but other than the driving. That was the only bad deal about this job. I had to drive more than 45 minutes to get here, but you know, they paid extra. Hey guys, if you like the channel, hit the like button and the subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next one.